Have fun under the sun, keep hydrated, see the wildlife, and record what you see in your journal in Parks Roll and Hike, the roll and ride version of Parks.
And today we'll be teaching you how to play Parks Roll and Hike, game designed by Henry Audubon and Maddox Schuler, and published by Keymaster Games.
And hello everyone, it's Stella.
And Tarrant here from Meeple University.
Alright, let's get to the classroom.
In Parks Roll and Hike, players are hikers competing against each other to have the best hiking experiences in the great national parks of North America. Over 3 rounds of play, players will draft dice, using the symbols they take to make notes and unlock bonuses in their logbooks. Whoever can score the most points from experiencing the sights, seeing the animals, and keeping hydrated will be the winner. To set up, lay out the trail board on the side which matches your player count. Place this token representing the hiking group at the trailhead, and place the trail tokens. You'll leave the binoculars out if you're playing with 1 or 2 players, while at 3 or 4 players, use all 5 tokens, randomly placing them onto these trail spaces of the board. Choose a national park and place it beside the main board. This will introduce some special rules for this game. Use Yosemite for your first play. Then roll the 5 dice into the central play area. Each player takes a logbook, turning it to an empty page, and one of the pencils which comes with the game. I'll be using a pen in this video for visibility. Now choose a first player. In clockwise order, the other players will gain bonus resources which they'll mark into these sections of their logbooks. For the second player, gain 1 sun, circling it here. For the third player, gain 1 sun and 1 water, filling in the water drop. And for the fourth player, gain 2 sun and 1 water. This extra starting sun is in addition to this pre-circled one which all players begin the game with. You're now ready to play. Parks Roll and Hike is played in 3 rounds, each representing a day of hiking. And each round is played in turns, starting from the first player and going clockwise around the table. On your turn, you will draft 1 die from the central pool, removing it from the pool and then making marks in your logbook based on the icon or icons on the die. Here, for example, I would take a sun action and a meadow action in either order. At the start of the round, the pool contains 4 white dice and 1 orange die known as the lead hiker die. And this die has the same sorts of actions on it, but the rules for how you take it are different. So before we learn more about the lead hiker die, let's learn about all of the game's standard actions. The first action is sun. In this instance, it's collecting 2 sun. Resolve this in the sun section of your logbook. And for each sun gained, outline one of these circles. Sun has no immediate effect, but later on you'll be able to cross out suns which you've previously gained to pay for other actions, and we'll see that later on. The second action is water. In this case, this die gives you 2 water actions. You'll use water to fill your canteen. Every time you gain water, cross off the next droplet in your canteen, going from top to bottom, left to right. Hydration is important to hiking and a key way of scoring points. You'll be gaining the points at the bottom of your highest filled column at the end of each round. Across the dice, you'll find 4 different types of landmarks. These are the physical features of nature which you'll walk through. These are forests, meadows, mountains, and arrowheads. When you get one of these actions, you can resolve it in one of 2 places of your logbook, either the sunset section or the journal section. If you choose the sunset section, fill in any one of the circles in its corresponding section. This gives you a bonus which will resolve in each sunset phase. That's at the end of every day. For example, here I'm now going to get an extra water at the end of each round. If you take the action in the journal section, then sketch the icon of the die into the next open page of your journal, filling them in from left to right, top to bottom. The exception to this is if you take the arrowhead. While all of the national parks have mountains, forests and meadows, each national park card that you can choose at the start of the game has its own unique landmark, and that's what's represented by the arrowhead. When you do take the arrowhead icon, instead sketch the landmark from that central card. So in Yosemite, it's a waterfall. Sketching in your journal is a key prerequisite for the next action, which is writing in your journal, represented by the pencil. With this action, write one line in any page of your journal which already has a sketch to the left of it. This includes this top left journal, which begins with the parks sketch. Writing these 3 lines is available from the start of the game. This is an important way of accumulating points. Each journal line is going to be worth 1 point. But it's also a way of scoring immediate bonuses. When you fill in the 3rd line in any journal, then refer to this section at the top of the journal track and gain the bonus corresponding to that type of sketch. In this case, it's to take another pencil action. For the National Park's unique landmark, you'll find the bonus printed on the central card. So for Yosemite, it's a bonus sun. There is no bonus for filling the starting parks page. These 4 actions are wildlife sightings: fish, reptiles, mammals and birds. When you get one of these, cross out the leftmost uncrossed box in the corresponding row and immediately gain the benefit you cross. So here it's a single water. For reptiles, it's to gain sun, while in the case of the birds, it's the sunset icon. For each of these, fill any one bonus in the sunset box. Crossing out vertically adjacent pairs of boxes in the wildlife section will unlock end of game points. The final main action is the binoculars. And when you get this, fill in any one circle in the binoculars section. As soon as you've filled both boxes in any row, immediately gain the action next to that row. So here, a mountain action, just as if you drafted a mountain die. In the case of one of the 4 wildlife rows, it lets you choose any one of the 4 types of wildlife to resolve. At some stage, a player will choose the lead hiker die. If it's the only die left in the pool, then this is free. But if there are any white dice left, then the player choosing the lead hiker die must spend sun equal to the number of white dice, crossing those suns off from those available in their own pools. If you don't have enough sun to pay, then you can't choose the lead hiker die. Whoever took this die now advances the group token to the next trail space and gets to take both the action on the die and the action on the trail space. Additionally, all players at the table get to write one line on a journal page matching the new trail token if they have one available. This includes the player who took the lead hiker die, who may take their 3 actions in any order. When the new token is the binoculars, then the player who took the action gets to choose which of the 4 landmarks applies to all players in this step. Finally, regather and re-roll all 5 dice, and play continues clockwise around the table. After fully resolving the turn when the group token reaches the final space on the track, you'll proceed to the sunset phase. Gain all of your sunset bonuses. You can do this in any order as long as you complete one entire section before moving to the next. Here in forests, I would get to write a line in my forest journal, which triggers a binoculars bonus, as well as gaining 2 water to my canteen. The meadow bonus lets me write 1 line in a meadow journal, while for each of these arrowhead bonuses, I roll the orange die and gain whatever it is that I rolled. As you can see, this may let you chain a number of bonuses together, hence picking the most optimal order is important. Additionally, each national park card has 1 sunset effect, which, once per round, you can spend the sun to gain the benefit. In Yosemite, it's spending 2 sun to get 2 different among these 3 benefits. Finally, score your canteen. Find the rightmost filled column and gain the points printed at the bottom, writing them down here. Now return the group token to the trailhead, reshuffle and replace the trail tokens onto the trail, and continue playing with whoever was next in turn order from the player who finished the previous round. Once the third round is complete, add up your final scores. You've already scored points for your canteen. For your journal section, score 1 point for every line that you've written, plus an additional 5 points if you've managed to draw a sketch in the 12th book. For this journal here, the total score is 31. For wildlife, score any shields you've circled by crossing above and below, so here it's 9. Finally, for the arrowhead, score for the objective printed on the Central National Park card if there is one. For Yosemite, it's 5 points for each set of 4 different sketches in your journal. So in this case, I have 2 sets for 10 points. The player with the highest score wins, and if tied, victory is shared. Once you've played Yosemite, you can choose the other national parks that come with the game, enjoying and exploring the different types of bonuses and rules that those introduce. And the game also comes with rules for playing solo. And that's how to play Parks Roll and Hike. And do check out the game's page, we'll put a link to that in the description below.
And thanks so much for watching. Your like and comments are much appreciated. Subscribe to see what's coming and have a great day at the parks. See you next time.